Okay, let's try this again. Hi everybody, my name's Kelly. If this is your first time watching one of my videos, welcome. My guess would be that it's fairly likely that this is the first time watching one of my videos since I just recently actually started posting videos. Sorry, I'm just going to clean my glasses while I talk because they feel dirty. So like I said, I'm a part-time reseller on eBay, Etsy, and Poshmark. I do this in my spare time, because it's super duper fun, and I've always loved thrifting and garage sales, and why not be able to make money on doing that. So I have a haul to share with you. This is my second time trying to film this. Thankfully, I think I was only like 4 items in, so not too deep for me to figure out that I wasn't actually recording. So I have a haul. This is from a church rummage sale. It's one that I went to last year as well, so I had a pretty good idea of what I was getting into. They did $5 paper bags or $10 for a garbage bag, so I opted for the garbage bag, and actually they let me use, I used one regular garbage bag and then 2 of my IKEA bags, and they charged me $10 for each of those as well. So I think by the 4th day, they're just ready to get rid of everything, and I cannot blame them. So I figured I would share what I got. I'm not entirely sure of my cost of goods, but I spent $30 on everything I'm going to show you, with the exception I bought my daughter a bunch of clothes as well. I think it was like 40 or 50 items, so I won't be showing that, but it was just, like basic-y tween stuff, like Aeropostale, American Eagle Outfitters, the kind of stuff that a young tween would enjoy wearing. So the things I'm going to share with you, like I said, it's $30 for everything. I may have to break this up into 2 videos because it is a lot, but let's get started. So first up, this is a brand that I was not familiar with, but just the name of it, the style, led me to believe that it would be worth picking up. It's called Fashion Conscious People. I looked it up on online. I couldn't find any comps on eBay or Posh, but it is a UK-based sort of eco-fashion brand. So, organic, sustainable, that kind of stuff. So all good keywords. So it's this like dusty purple strapless dress. It goes black to gray on the bottom. But this bit, I believe, goes crossbody and like over the shoulder like that. So I just thought that was very cool. There's the bottom of it. So just a really pretty kind of casual eco dress. Last year, I remember the sale, I got a lot of vintage and a lot of jeans. Not as much vintage this year from what I remember, but as anybody who's done a bag sale before knows, as you start shoving things in a bag, you start to forget the things you already grabbed. But this is one beautiful vintage thing that I got. The brand isn't something I know when it comes to vintage. I don't normally care about the brand, frankly. It's more style. So this is, it's this bright green knit top, and it goes into this cotton sort of striped skirt in primary colors. It has pockets, which is awesome, and actually still has the original belt. So I was very excited about that. Just a basic here. These are some silver Suki jeans. They are distressed around the waistband. They have some wear along the hems. That does not bother me. I find that silver jeans, depending on the style, are an easy 15 to 25, really, really depending on the style. Another just sort of basic item, it is this floral sort of sheared tunic-y dress, and the brand is Kimchi Blue. This is an Urban Outfitters brand, so I just sold a dress by them not too long ago, 15-20 bucks. This is a very good brand, and I was excited to see it. The brand is Weston Wear. It is sometimes sold at Anthropologie. And that is not the Anthro RN number, but that's okay because people know the brand. So it's this pretty dress. There is one bead right here that's loose, but I am crafty enough that I can pull that through. So it's this sort of burnt orange, asymmetrical hem halter dress with that beading. So picked that up. Build-A-Bear, I don't always pick these up. A lot of times I will only pick up if they're sort of different and odd. This one is a little bit of a pink and white sort of not rainbow, but, you know, sort of spotted. But she's also dressed. So she's got some little pants on and this like 90s vibe tank over a t-shirt. So I picked that up. I have no clue. But I've sold Build-A-Bear, you know, even if it's $20, that's worth it for me. Oh, I forgot all about these. Yeah, so I found 3 or 4 pairs of vintage Tommy jeans. So this is the men's pair, so you can see that. It's got the, they're carpenter pants, so it's got the spell out logo on the loop. It's got this side. They are a 33, 34. Where were you made, guys? Made in Madagascar. So yeah, just a pair of men's. Oh, and it looks like they were, wow. Yeah, they were hemmed poorly. So I will just pull that right out and get measurements based off of their real inseam. This I snagged because I really like the style. The brand is Parts. I don't know this brand, but it is a snap front, like a pearl snap, Western style, really lightweight plaid shirt, and it's got the snap at the sleeves as well, so picked that up. This is one that I did hem and haw over a little bit because I know that there's a flaw, but it was just so gorgeous. Excuse me if I shift around. I'm sitting on the floor on my knees, and I'm old, and my knees don't like to stay like that for a really long time, so forgive me. So it is this, it's just like a little dress. It's obviously vintage. It was this embroidery that really killed me and told me that I had to get it. But this is there's a couple little flaws right here. I hope you can see that, but it's starting to loosen up right there. So I will disclose that, but I think it is just so beautiful. I didn't want to leave it there to have a sad, lonely life. Another item here that's sort of abnormal, I would say, for me to pick up. It's a formal dress. It is, the brand is After 6. I don't know the brand, but it is a strapless sort of blouson top with, it's a full length skirt. It's got the tie with it, but I just thought for somebody going to homecoming or prom that wanted something different, that polka dot print was way fun and, you know, better than your basic like black or red. No, there's nothing wrong with black or red. I love wearing both, but I just think that for a girl with a little bit more personality. This, again, I do not know this brand at all. Nina McLemore. The reason I picked it up is because it just felt really nice. You know how sometimes you touch something and you're like, oh, this just feels nice. It's a size 4, but it's this red, it almost feels like a scuba material blazer / jacket. It's like vented in the back. It was just, it felt nice, and it was throwing it in a bag, so I threw it in the bag. This is so exciting looking through this stuff because truly, as you're grabbing and throwing in, I forget. So I'll call my mom a lot of times afterwards to be like, oh my gosh, you'll never believe what I got. And then 2 hours later, I remember, oh yeah, and this. So it's just funny going through it. This is a very 90s set that I got. So it is the blazer with these great gold buttons. I believe it's like a double-breasted kind of style there. It is wool. It is it's all wool. And I don't know if I showed you JH Collectibles. It's a 12 petite, but okay, so there's the blazer. But wait, there's more. There is the matching pleated skirt. So I will sell that as a set, of course, but I could see somebody buying that and using them as separates. And I think that they'd both be super cute like that. Another blazer, I picked this one up. Oh, it's another set. I picked this up more because it reminds me of that kind of boyfriend blazer, but it's got like this velvety collar. The buttons are velvet covered. It's this beautiful herringbone jacket, and then the skirt is a straight pencil skirt below the knee, again in that same, it almost has like equestrian vibes to me, which I really like. What is next? Oh, just a pair of sort of hiking pants, tear off. They're women's. They're a size 10. I'm seeing now there's some staining on the back. We'll throw those in the wash pile and see what happens. This is the thing that made me go into bag number 2. So this is bag 2 I'm pulling out of. But it's this shearling Wilson's leather coat. It's very much got like rancher vibes, western vibes, so I picked that up. It's a small. If it were bigger, I would probably keep it for myself. They had 2 giant boxes of belts, and I love selling belts. They're easy to photograph, they're easy to store, they're small, they're easy to ship, all great things. So whenever I see belts, I tend to look through them, and I am willing to dig to the very, very bottom, which a lot of times people don't do. So this is the first one that I got. It's just American Eagle, but it's this woven leather with sort of that stud detail. It is a small medium. This one is a Brighton belt, and so it's got this really cool sort of hook closure, and then it's woven leather, and it's got all of these flowers all the way, like leather flowers all the way around. This is just another woven leather belt. It's just from the Gap, but as you go around, it's got this like woven twist detail on each side. So thought that was cool. This is just, again, another Gap belt, and I almost passed it by until I saw the sort of rivet studs that are the closure, and so I thought that was a little interesting. I love these tooled leather belts. So tooled meaning that there are designs sort of pressed into the leather. So I picked this one up. It is solid brass buckle. So it's got the double closure. Another tooled leather belt, except this one has this leather buckle hook closure. And then the last one is, I almost didn't get it because I thought that the buckle was missing, but nope, the way that this one closes, it's just a single hook that goes through. So this is called a concho belt. I know this because I sold another one fairly recently, and it turns out the lady that I sold it to on Poshmark linked me to her like Facebook page, and she turns them into bags and things, so I may just message her and see if she is looking for more of them. And this I pulled out. It is this sort of shell buckle. I believe that it is for scarves, so it's like a scarf tie, so you run your scarf down through it and wear it like this, but I think you could also use it for a belt, so grab that because it was different. A couple pairs of shoes. Shoes were fairly picked over, so I didn't grab that many, but I like that they had them rubber banded together. I appreciate that. So this is, it's not a brand I know, Gianni Bernini, but they were just really in nice shape, leather, black booties, size 7.5, and they were, I mean, it doesn't look like they were ever even worn, so I'll pick those up. These need some love, just a good washing I think will help them, but they are Skechers, but they are like the shape-ups, but these big chunky sandals. You know what? Different strokes for different folks. Not my style, that's okay. And then I got these. They're a pair of Keens. They're women's, just some kind of basic sandals. I got them because the bottoms still looked pretty good on them. And for throwing them in a bag. And I grabbed these. I have no idea what they are. They just say New Foot on them. And they were by the shoes, and they look like they're, I don't know, socks or something. So I have to look those up. But the only reason I grabbed them was because there was 2 of them, and they were getting thrown in my bag. So why the heck not find out something new? Okay, bag number 2. I'm making okay time. This is a Tahari for Arthur Levine dress. Just a really pretty kind of career dress. So I grabbed that. Tahari, there's all sorts of different levels. There's Ellie Tahari, there's Tea by Tahari, there's just regular Tahari. So I'm never quite sure which one is the best one or not, but I've sold the dresses and things before for decent money, so. Excuse me while I drink my coffee. This is a brand that I only know from Savannah over on, she goes by Street Savvy here on YouTube, and I only know this from her, but the brand is Lulu's. My understanding is it's kind of a boutique-y sort of brand, but it is this, I don't even know if I'd call it cold shoulder, but it's got these little detached sort of, or attached sleeves, and it's this short little fit and flare dress. So I grabbed that. This is what I've started showing now is bag number 1, and I beelined for the jeans because I knew that they were good last year. This is a pair of Paige jeans. It's the older tag. Looks like just a pair of boot cut. So I grabbed those. This is a pair of MEK. They're a buckle brand. There we go. I've sold these before, different style, but they just are kind of a basic boot cut, but then they have the embellished flat pockets. They've got some distressing on the front. Those look long too. What's the inseam on those? Oh, a 36. Oh, yes. Those tall gals gotta find jeans too, and I am happy to have the longer inseams. This is just a pair of buckle jeans, BKEs. What's the fit? They are the Sabrina boot. Again, they've got the embroidered flat pockets. Some, typical wear to the hem, but nothing that is going to bother me. Oh, I do not know this brand. It's Max Jeans. I don't really think it's anything, honestly. They're the mid-rise skinny, but the real reason I got them is because of all of this super cool embroidery. So that's down one leg. This is in the back. It's got the distressing, and it goes all the way down the leg. So I just thought that those were so cool that even if they're not a brand, that the style for the fall would be enough. These are, I got them only because of the brand that they are, which I don't know, but Saltworks New York. They've got a style, so just a pair of shorts. They've got some little flat pockets going on in the back. You take guesses when you're throwing stuff in a bag. I'm not going to stand there and look up comps for everything when I'm paying $10 for a bag. A pair of Horny Toad, which is now Toad & Co., just women's plaid cargo shorts. Oh, these are pretty cool. So it's some vintage Calvin Klein jean shorts. So women's jean shorts, and actually they could very well be jeans that got cut off, but cutoffs are in. So I grabbed those. Another pair of shorts. These are another pair of BKE. These are the Kate. I think I have a pair of Kates that are for sale right now as well. So just the little embellished pockets. These are vintage, and that's why I got them, but they're also Pendleton. They are plaid, sort of culotte career shorts? I'm very unsure. Excuse me, of the occasion. I'm gonna guess in the 90s, possibly 80s. What was the occasion that somebody was looking at those plaid shorts and was like, oh, this is the perfect opportunity for me to wear my plaid culotte shorts? I lived through that, and I gotta say, I don't remember that. So if you have ideas, please let me know. This is one of the other pairs of vintage Tommy jeans. So you can see they have the logo. They've got the button pockets, cargo pockets on the side. They are in that very vintagey light wash. They are a size 8. So these, on the other hand, I would have had in high school. I very well may have, actually. Why did I grab these? Oh, Free World. The brand just felt nice. That's why I grabbed them. And they are the Messenger Skinny. So they just felt different. So I grabbed them. And even if I only get 15 bucks for them, it is worthwhile. Here is another pair of vintage Tommy jeans. So these ones have the spell out on the butt. They're sort of that like 90s wider leg. God, I loved wearing that stuff. They're coming back though, right? So maybe I could wear it again and not be like the woman who just lived in her high school days and has never gotten over it. No. I can be like back in style again. These are a pair of Miss Me. I will grab these at a bag sale all day. I have even sold them before missing the button. So I will always grab them. They're a boot cut. They are in sort of like almost a black sort of tinged dark wash. They've got the embellished blinged out pockets. Not as blinged out as some that I've seen, but more blinged out than others. These are, again, I grabbed these only because they felt different. They are Lewis, L-O-I-S, but they've got a bow on the tag. They've got a leather patch on there, and they almost reminded me of like, are they, some sort of like Western wear, and they're in like a distressed black. What else are in my bag of goodies? Oh, these I just grabbed for me. These Denzine from Target. They're like the Levi's brand for Target. I really like the way they fit, so they had a pair of white crops, so I grabbed them for me. If they don't fit me, I will sell them. Just another pair of silver jeans. These ones I believe to be vintage based on the style of them and just the way the back flap looks. So they're a 31, they're a dark wash, they're kind of a wider straight leg. Dang, these are long too. What's the inseam on these bad boys? 34. A 34-inch inseam and no wear to the hems, which of course tells me that whoever actually wore those needed that full 34 inches. And is this another? Yep, here's pair number 4. Another pair of Tommy Hilfiger jeans. These ones are super washed out, like the lightest of light washes and still being blue. So these ones, are these an 8 as well? I think the last ones were 8s. This tag is very old. Oh, I think these ones might be a 12. Thank you. So, back to school. I'm excited to list those. And what do we have here? This is Gimmicks by BKE. There is the tag. And it is just this like sort of boho peasant top. Okay, bag 2 done. Let me drag bag 3. I apologize for crinkling. Okay, it's here. This is just a Taggies, you can see the tag there, stuffed animal. He's a little elephant and he's got his little taggies everywhere. I looked him up. He's pretty common. I'll probably get 12, 13 bucks. This is a vintage White Sox cap. I'm going to have to do some reshaping because the inside's gotten kind of bent up, but it's a like a nylon windbreakery material, and the inside is actually pretty clean. It's made in the USA, so that's what tells me that it is vintage. This one I'll have to just give a good rub down, but it is a Universal Studios like leather brim. You can see the tag on the inside. There is some staining, not even staining so much, it's more just the tags, and it's got the leather strap in the back as well. This is just an eyeglass case. I grabbed those because I sell eyeglasses as well, so I always keep the cases around so that I have something to stick them in when I go to ship. Keep them safe. Oh, here we go. So this is a vintage crocheted Afghan. So it's in this pretty sort of shell pattern in 2 shades of green and 2 shades of pink. So I have a few of these that I need to list. I need there to be a nice day outside so that I can get good pictures. I just hang them from I have a clothesline in my backyard, so I just hang them from that and take the pictures. I usually try and wait till I have a few of them so I like to bulk list things, so if I can do a few of them and then I can list them all kind of at the same time. A couple pairs of sheets. I have to look up and see the ages of these, but this is just a Tigger, Winnie the Pooh, kids sheet set. So some of these, especially if they're in good condition, can sell pretty well on Etsy because people buy them for crafts. So people make dresses and things like that out of them. This is another set that I'll have to look up. It's a Winnie the Pooh. It looks to be in pretty good condition from the outside, but what I liked is it's a 5-piece. So it's got the twin sheet set and then 3 pillowcases. So if you've never heard of pillowcase dresses, you can look that up online, but what people will do is they'll just use the shape of the pillowcase essentially. They'll put a neckline into it, and then they've got a little girl's dress. Okay, let's see. This I picked up initially for my daughter, but she was not into it. It's a Fall Out Boy shirt. Honestly, if it were my size, I'd probably keep it because I quite like Fall Out Boy. So there was that. This is another thing that she rejected on site. I understand, she's too old. But it's this Sleeping Beauty, dopey, sleeveless shirt, but it's got like the hood matches and everything. So I'll look it up. If it's worth listing, I'll list it. If not, I'll just donate it. This is a Reebok shirt that I got for me for the gym, but before I wear it, I'll check it out and see if it's worth anything. It was very strange. So they have their setup broken up between there's 2 rooms of women's in different sizes, and then there's a men's room, and then they have a kids room. So, but they put a bunch of what they call teen girls and boys clothes in there. But of course, I think a lot of the people that tend to organize the rummage sale are a little bit older, so maybe not totally understanding what like the tweeny teen brands are. So I found some things in there that I don't think any teenagers would really be all about, but I'm glad that they were in there instead of the main rooms because I think that's why I found them. So this is an Athleta. It's an older, I think, tag. It's an extra large. I think that there is some staining here in the back, but I'm going to wash it and see what I can do, but it is so soft. If it does not come out, I will just wear it in the winter around the house because it's gorgeous. This is just a pair of Victoria's Secret pink black shiny leggings. 15 bucks. I will look this up. It's Burton. It's a snowboarding brand. So just a plain old t-shirt. This I was very excited to find. So probably last year I found this what I assumed to be a dance costume. It was very, it felt a lot better quality than a lot of the dance costumes that you see around that are meant to maybe use for one performance. So I did some research on the brand, and it's called The Lineup. Hold on, let me pull out the tag quick and I can show it to you. Here it is. The Lineup. And I did some research, and yes, they do dance costumes, but it seems that they also do a lot of like figure skating costumes. And so the one that I had was this nautical themed, I believe, to be a figure skating costume. So I sold that, I think, for $40, something like that. So it was definitely worth it. So when I was going through the kids' costumes, I was looking primarily for like, Disney, like the nicer princess dresses, or maybe something that just got, stuck in the costume room for no reason. But as I felt this, I was like, oh, no, okay, this is nicer. So it sure enough is that same, The Lineup brand. I think this one, I have not put it together as of yet. Hold the phone. There we go. So it is this sort of high-waisted bottoms with the skirt in the back. And then, again, this is my first time pulling it out. There we go. Sort of a bandeau top with the sheer mesh and then long sleeves. So again, I don't know if this is a dance costume. My guess would be yes, just because I think that skating in something like that would be very cold. But what do I know? This is another thing that was in by the teen tween things. A pair of Ellie Tahari kind of brocade diamond pattern dress pants. Again, I do not think that there are many teeny tweens that are like, ooh, yes, please, let me get some brocade pants. I'm sure there are. Just I don't think many. These were in the boys' clothes. They are men's. They are Disneyland Resorts men's khaki pants. They are a size 34, or excuse me, khaki shorts. So just a pair of khaki shorts with the very subtle Mickey on them. I don't know if there are a lot of guys out there that buy shorts at Disney resorts, but my guess would be you forget yours or get a stain on something, and there you have it. This is just for me. It's just a Target red cardigan. I love me a good cardigan, so I don't have a red one right now, so I picked one up. This is another thing just for me. It's an Old Navy. It's new with tags, but it's just a ringer. Comfy sweatshirt. So I've mentioned it in other videos, but again, if this is your first one, I work part-time from home, or not, I work full-time, but part of that time is I work from home, and so I wear a lot of yoga pants and sweatshirts, so I like having casual, comfy stuff that I can just throw on in the morning and work. Last couple things, I think there's only two. I should have saved something out that was going to be like the amazing thing, but I didn't, so here we are. These need some cleaning up, and I am willing to do that, just because they're a pair of pink Ultimate, and they've got the zippers along the ankles, so if they were just cute, I'll go over them with my sweater shaver, clean them up. And then the last thing, this is, it's Betsy Johnson Performance. So I don't know if this is the nicer Betsy Johnson. I don't know if this is sold at Kohl's Betsy Johnson. I just don't know. But the reason I got it, it's got the little tag in the back, the metal tag. So that to me usually says it's a little bit, sorry, something fell and scared me. That usually means it's a little bit nicer. But you can say it says Namaste Beaches. And it's in a very nautical stripe. So I thought that was cute enough to get and check and see what it is. So that is everything. Like I said, it was $30 for everything you see here and the 40 or so items I got my daughter. So I will count everything up and I will put my calculation down below. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe. My goal is to try and be more consistent with videos and do not only hauls, but what I want to get listed this week, tips and tricks, possibly sales videos if I can get myself in a rhythm of recording online. But I'd really just like people to kind of join me on this adventure. I've learned so much from the reseller community, and I just want to share what I know and the kinds of things that I find, and if nothing else, be something entertaining for other people to listen to while they list. Thanks again for watching, and have a great day.